today, as we have understood more about the dorsal vagal and the connection at the area of the abdomen, I think is going to also be very meaningful on this receiving the energy of the warmth of the sun and the yang energy, the active energy from the heavens, storing it at the abdomen, and then receiving especially the energy from the earth, the receptive yin, and also storing it at the abdomen, so that we have our roots are nourishing us. And in the Bhagavad Gita, we talk about us being like a tree with roots in the heavens. And of course, in many other ways, we realize we also have roots in the earth. So it's good to be fed both by the yang energy, the warmth, the activity, and by the yin energy, the receptive, and finding this balance between these two, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic, when in a state of safety, help us with the good functioning of all our chi. Chi is not only the essential energy, but also the harmonic functioning of all the organism. And that's what we are talking in polyvagal, the homeostatic balance, coming back into balance of activity and rest. Okay, let's see all this symbolized in this practice from Qigong. Find a place to stand, and we stand with the feet shoulder width apart, body straight and relaxed, visualizing our body like if it was composed of 3 spheres, the sphere of the head perfectly balanced on top of the sphere of the chest, and both of them on top of the sphere of the abdomen, and that's supported by the legs and by the feet that are in contact with earth, noticing the contact of the soles of the feet with earth, and finding this inner alignment by finding a line of energy that runs through the very center of our being, from the pelvic floor to the top of our head, to the very center of the 3 spheres, an unbroken column of energy. Okay. And then the movement that we are practicing again is this one of inhaling, bringing the hands up, the fingertips are looking down, and then the hands go up and meet like in prayer above the head. And then they come down, straight down through the very center line of our body, as we receive the energy from the heavens, the yang energy, the solar energy, and we gather it and store it at our abdomen. It's in a sense of pleasant warming in our body. And then separating the index fingers a little bit out, so that now we are letting go of any excessive heat along our legs. So the excessive heat can come from wherever in the body, and now the way we dispel it is by imagining that it just runs out along our legs and our feet. And we can also imagine that whatever we want to let go, a sense of self-doubt or guilt, blame, shame, any kind of disbalance in the area of the dorsal vagal, we are allowing those remnants that might be there to just be expelled, let go, relinquish, and that some of that burden goes down along our legs. You can accompany the movement by touching your legs, or just visualizing it going along your legs and out through your feet into the earth, goes deep into the earth to be composted. And then as that is taken away, we are ready to take the cooling, receptive energy from the earth to the abdomen. And here it blends in this yin-yang cauldron of resting, repairing, and a little bit of the activity, but pleasant warmth, pleasant repair. When we feel a state of balance, or a little bit more healing, balance between inactivity and activity in our life. And after we feel that sense of balance, we let that energy come up to our heart and we share it with everyone and everything around us. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling softly for a moment. Gathering that energy from the heavens, the warm energy of the sun, but a pleasant, gentle warmth. Separating the fingers, allowing whatever needs to be dispelled along the legs, through the soles of our feet. And just visualize that happening. The knees are soft, they are not locked back, but soft. As we allow all these to be relinquished, coming out through the soles of the feet into the earth. It doesn't harm the earth, it's just very subtle energy, and our Mother Earth recomposes everything and gives us fresh, nourishing energy to nourish us so that we can be healed, so that we can also contribute to others being healed. Cooling energy comes up of our legs and into our abdomen, and we feel a sense of relaxation, repair, trust, love for ourselves. This area is very much about the relationship of ourselves with ourselves. And then when we find some kind of peace, then that energy raises up to the heart and we share it. Co-regulation. One last one, I'll be silent. Together, hands together. Giving thanks for the gifts in our life. Lowering our hands to our sea of tranquility point. Having a few deep breaths there. And sensing a weft of peace, of healing to someone that we know is struggling. Visualize the person receiving it. It multiplies within us and it reaches her or him, because we are all interconnected. Thank you. And that's a reminder that we work with ourselves, self-regulation, to also be available to others, co-regulation. And in that being together with others, we also are helped. Thank you. And now let's go to questions.